Hey Leo, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for October 20th, 2025. This is for Leo. Last shuffle coming out for Leo. Let's see what's going on, Leo. Well, I'm seeing some stuff going on here. They're saying playing it safe with fear. Now, playing it safe with fear means preparing ourselves, right? They're saying let go of the fixed idea that you had going on for yourself. It's time to get rid of some obstacles, clear the way. They're showing the path is clear. In the near future, you're going to have to change some things. You're going to have to be very creative. This is a little bit for me because I know that in America right now, we're going through a full government shutdown. I mean, there's some things that they are still operating, but I do know some people close to me that have completely lost their jobs. Once the government shutdown took place, they were like, sorry, we can no longer fund this government position. You got to go. And I found that to be kind of interesting. So now they're telling us here, Leo, that things are about to change. That last lunar eclipse kicked off a change in your life, and now you're going to really need your creative self-expression more than usual. You do rule the fifth house and the sun energy. You would want to really, for you, although I'm not seeing it here, you want to look into where that is for you. Because you're going to need to open up some doorways to creativity. This is telling me that you could save yourself from a situation. You cannot depend on anyone else to save you out of anything. You can't. They're showing it here. They're even giving me, they're telling me you need to believe in yourself. You need to say creative energy surges through me and leads me to new and brilliant ideas. Keep saying that to yourself. Use amber if you must, the color or the stone, or even the the incense, right? You want to use that, wear it, have it in your pocket somewhere, sit it outside, out front, in front, wear the color something. It awakens your creativity. It opens those doorways for you, or it assists in that. If you're one of those people that's like, look, I need tools, use amber. And they're saying this because you need to really believe in yourself. They're giving me a squirrel energy. What squirrels typically mean that we're going to have to believe in ourselves and try to gather as much as we can, right? So you can save yourself is what they're trying to tell you. In the near future, you will. I'm seeing somewhat of a mental struggle for some of you, which would be that I'm going to keep doing what I was doing. Or, you know, but if I change positions now, if I change the course of my, my projected, where I'm headed, my trajectory, I don't know what's going to come up. The fear is that you may be off, you may be wrong. Seven of Swords and Knight of Pentacles. That's the fear, the energy of like, I'm not really sure what I'm being told. I'm not really sure if I can believe XYZ. The only thing you can believe is you. Now, Temperance, Five of Cups, the World, and Seven of Cups. Now, that with playing it safe would tell me that you got to believe that things are going to come together for your benefit, but also believe that you have a purpose in all this. This is not something that's just happening to you, and you don't have any purpose in it. There's nothing there for you, right? There's no grand plan designed for you in spirit, right? It's just I'm just going to have to go with whatever is happening and just suffer the consequences. I see angel number 0808 in this, and this talks about how you're entering a time of expansion. People have their mind on you. Your finances will miraculously improve. But what's very important is that you need to start taking steps towards achieving your ultimate objective immediately. What is your ultimate objective? Start clearing the way now. Start getting it done. Now, when it comes to love, it's important that you laugh about the blunders of your parents. Now is not the time to waste focusing on what you didn't get, how you would never have gotten, and how you were treated, or however it goes with your parents. If they have not prepared you for this, then that means they're not even prepared. You know what I mean? So that, you know what I mean? So they're like, laugh about it. Like, none of us are prepared. I guess it's on me, and laugh about it kind of vibe, right? That's what they're giving. Now, when it comes to love, that relationship alone, just doing that will improve your love life. If you are in a romantic connection, just being in that lighthearted energy when it comes to the blunders of our parents actually improves the relationships that you have. And it will actually be attractive. If you are single, it's attractive to someone. the person that you're meant to couple up with. Someone already has their mind on you. So if you are single, just you being able to say, yeah, well, that's, I cannot remember the name of this girl. I think her name is Taylor something, not Taylor Swift. It's a comedian. I cannot remember her name. She has blonde hair. She was on, it was on Netflix, I believe. I watched, this was some years ago. She had this stand up, and it was the funniest stand up ever because she looks like a model. So you would just never expect, they always go, don't worry your pretty little head about something. So everyone always thinks the beautiful ones are that funny and have no personality. But she is just a hilarious woman. I cannot remember her name to save my life. Gosh, yeah, gosh, what is it? I believe her name, it's Taylor Tomlinson. That's her name. So either way, it was funny, albeit a little inappropriate for children. But she said, she made a joke about how when you go to other people's houses, it highlights how dysfunctional your home life was. And so she said, everybody's standing around, and she's like, when you drop the hammer on how dysfunctional you are, it ruins the mood. And so she said she went outside, everybody's just hanging out, and she was like, yeah, everybody gets tied up in the backyard. And everybody, I'm crying because me and my silly self, right? But this is what they're talking about. It's like making a joke or making light out of your situation is something that's very attractive, but it's also something that will help you to unload so that you can tap into your creative side. You're going to need it. You're going to need it. I don't know why they're making it a big deal that you're going to need it. Okay. So it's like not stressing me out or nothing. It's not, I'm not saying, I'm not worried. Are you guys worried? No. But what the heck? Behind a mask, you have the Magician and the Ten of Pentacles. Underneath it all, I see more of a conservative energy, but behind a mask, it tells me that you may try to continue. There's a creative way or creative actions you could take, right? That will help you to achieve your ultimate objective. Your intention is to keep this under wraps. Spirit does not want you broadcasting it on national TV or anything like that, right? That's what this is kind of throwing out. They're saying that there's some things you got to keep to yourself, but just start doing. And then they're showing that a lighthearted energy makes the time pass or helps to clear the way for your objectives to be reached quickly. I'm assuming you need to do them quickly. Queen of Wands here twice with a professional assistance. This is someone who can help you quickly, and they're very self-assured. This would be someone who I would say believes in you, but you don't. I would say this would be someone that you get information from, but you got to save yourself. It would be up to you. This person is self-absorbed a little bit. They have pertinent information, but I feel that they would be so quick to act for their own benefit. So Spirit's saying, let go of any kind of fixed idea. The people that you feel would help you would move on with the quickness and not think twice. They would throw a monkey wrench in your operation without even thinking, and they don't even believe that it would be a monkey wrench in your operation. They would just be doing whatever. You got to believe in yourself. If you feel like someone had your back and then they just move on without you, without even saying a word, Spirit's like, don't worry, believe in yourself. What you were supposed to save yourself in the first place. Things are going to change. So whoever you feel is like, oh, no, I'm going to help you, that's going to change. Look into the lunar eclipse, whoever this is. It may have something to do with that time period. And I believe that was last month, but I believe it was like early time in the month, like the first week or two, right? In the near future, you're going to need your creativity. They're not giving a time frame. They're just saying in the near future. And so that could be any time. You know what I mean? Just start gathering your acorns, Leo. Start getting your stuff together. And that's the best I could give, because I'm just shocked. I'm like, wow, really, Spirit? Like, okay. So this day would be on It's a 7. Well, actually, today is more of a 1. So, excuse me with this. I'm really working on this cough. Right now, what you need to be focusing more on, if you're going to invest time or energy dealing with anyone, even though Spirit is telling you, you need to start tapping into your own creativity and figure your own way through. If you are going to ever deal with anyone, see, this is probably why you won't, is that values would have to align and goals would have to align with spiritual beliefs. That's something that you'll have to do for yourself. Make sure your goals and your values align with what your objective is. But then when you're dealing with other people, you have to be very sure that that's the case, because what I see is that they have somewhat of the same objective, but their values don't align. They don't value loyalty, or they don't value um, and they don't have any much empathy, I think is the best way to put this. And they're not very adaptable, so they strike while the iron's hot in some cases. Whether or not it impacts other people, it's like they don't care. So you have to be very careful. um, mm, I feel that love and laughter is the greatest healer. That is another thing that they want you to understand if you are in a romantic connection. Love and laughter. So it's very important that even extending that to your parents, even if you say, you know what, my parents weren't that great, um, you know what I mean? Even if that's the case, or they did things, it's like, try to remember the fact that one thing people have to realize is, like, parents, being a parent is very difficult. Not you, Leo, right? But being a parent is very difficult. They don't send a manual with this child, so you don't know who you're gonna get. You don't know who they're gonna bring out of you. You know what I mean? Which part of you, Leo, is gonna come out with this person, right? You don't know, and so it's important to extend that energy all around. Um, I don't know why, but they're making it seem like it's very vital to whatever it is you're gonna do. This feels so doomsday. I don't know. I'm surprised the tower didn't come out. I'm like, goodness gracious, it feels very doomsday-ish. Uh, yeah. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius or an Aries or Gemini or Capricorn. I'm also seeing Taurus. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius Capricorn cusp, or an Aries Taurus cusp, or a Taurus Gemini cusp. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.